Welcome to the Chessable Masters Finals. This is Wesley versus Quang. In case if you are wondering, Wesley defeated Artemiev and Quang defeated Levon Aronian in semi-final matches. And now, this is their first encounter of the day 1. So let's see what happens. Wesley started with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5. Wesley goes for the royal opus. And we have the Morphy defense with a6, bishop a4, knight f6, white just castles, bishop e7, rook e1, b5, pushing this bishop back, bishop b3, d6, c3. This is nothing out of the blue, and we have all the theoretical moves. Black just castles, then h3, taking away this g4 square from the bishop, and now bishop b7, paying it to the light square bishop, because this bishop cannot be placed anywhere. You can place it here, but this is very ugly. And now with d4, Wesley strikes in the center. Rook e8, knight is jumping on g5 square, saying okay, you have moved your rook and now I am going to attack your pawn. So Quang just repeats, and now this knight was not helpful there, so knight is returning. Now Quang repeats the position, saying okay, if you are interested in any of the draw. Wesley declines, as you are having the white pieces and you have to win this position. Obviously you should try to win it. Then a4, we have this some exchange taking place in the center. Now h6, taking away any further possibilities of jumping this knight to this square. So bishop c2. Now this bishop was not that much useful because this square is already covered and you are not going to jump here. So this bishop would be much helpful in creating some checkmate threat along the b1 diagonal. And now this knight is attacking this bishop, so bishop retreats. c5 is striking in the center, and now Wesley took this opportunity to close this bishop diagonal. Now this knight is jumping here with an idea of pushing this pawn in the next move, and now this knight is jumping here. We will have a great outpost on this d3 square for black's knight, so pretty amazing. Now Wesley found this interesting idea. Rook cannot be doubled, so this rook is coming on e3 to double up the position in this way, and you have to remember this even when you are playing any of your opponent. So now this knight is jumping here in the next move, so the queen is attacking now on this knight, so knight defends it. And now this knight, as usual, jumping on this d3, which is a very good outpost for this knight. And now we have this pawn push challenging this pawn. Nevertheless, this knight is jumping with an attack. We have some trades, and now this rook is under attack, so this should move. You do not want to move it on f1 square. This is quite bad because you will lose this pawn. So obviously there is a pawn push. Rook is returning to initial square, but by pushing this pawn, black created a weakness, because now the threat is to capture this pawn, and now this knight would be under attack, and black wants to push this pawn right away, but you cannot push it because you would lose this knight. So obviously you should first move this knight. That's what Quang does. And now we have some trades in the center, and the knight is now jumping on this f5 square. This is a very strong position for white. Now this is the serious mistake from the Quang, and it was very important to play this bishop, because this bishop isn't doing all that much, and this knight should be eliminated because this is a very strong piece. But now see your problem. After pushing this, white has a very fantastic move. You can pause the video to try. Here, so Wesley instantly played this move. And now you see the problem. Now this knight is going to jump here with an attack on the king, and also the rook would be attacking it. So quite amazing. And now the queen retreats. This is another mistake. And now we have this knight takes, sacrificing this knight, pawn takes, we have this check, and game is simply over. The king is joining the last file, and now the queen is joining the attack with a tempo on the checkmate pattern here. So at this position, Quang just resigned the game. This is move 31. So you resign because you have this checkmate pattern, and now you will have to give up your queen. So after giving up some material, you would not be able to prevent the checkmate threat. So obviously you resign here. Otherwise you play any of the move, you get this wonderful checkmate. So how was the video? I will cover all the games that is happening in the chess world. So stay tuned with this channel, and I will see you soon in my next video.